Welcome everyone. So this is a short video explaining the exam assessment for Japanese Modernization course 2024. So what I want to do in this video is to explain the essence of the essay component of the exam. Now we all know that the Japanese Modernization course is set up in such a way that it tries to assess analytical skills. So this exercise will be included in the exam. So the students would have to use critical thinking in terms of assessing and completing the essay. So the essay is a total of 10 marks. So you will have to do 2 essays, a total of 20. Now, how you perform in the essay depends entirely on your readings throughout the duration of the course and the activities that I've put out in the Google forms, both quiz and short answer questions. So if you have done that, you are positioned in you position yourself in a very good place to do the essay. So let's talk about the components of the essay in the exam. Now firstly, I would like to see students having to have a clear introduction instead of wasting my time into trying to locate the questions, the background. You should have that packed in one section, and that is the introduction. This is where I want students to note that your introduction should have a clear, and when I say clear thesis statement outline, I'm talking about the questions that will be included in the essay exam. You should be able to articulate those questions clearly in the introduction and provide a context or brief contextualization of those questions. So in that regard, introduction is important because 4 marks would be carried out in the introduction section. Rather, the introduction section would provide the basis for the overall assessment of the body, and this is where I'm particularly interested in. So you have in the body paragraph consists of 6 marks itself. Now in the body, I need to ensure that you present an understanding of the topic, and that relates to the comprehension part of the essay, whether the essay is understood or there is a demonstration of you understanding the particular question and articulate it clearly. We look for accurate definitions and explanations. So in the understanding component in the body, if you do that well, you would score 2 marks. Now the big chunk of marks come from the critical analysis component, which is 4 marks. So here, critical analysis component, I would be looking out for whether the essay identified and analyzed the perspectives of the questions, evaluation of the strengths and weaknesses of the particular topic in the question, and whether the essay is engaging with the evidence presented or there is a clear examples given. So if you have done that, then you have to tick the checkbox for critical analysis. And hence conclusion. Okay, 2 marks will be given to conclusion. Now in the conclusion, I would look for a sort of a restatement of the key arguments mentioned. So summary, a reflection of the summary. So the key arguments have been summarized, and a reflection on the broader implications. or suggestion for further research. So here, when you restate the key arguments or summarize the key arguments, you would have scored yourself 1 mark. And if you've done the reflection of that, you would have scored yourself, or reflection or suggestion for the future research, you would have scored yourself 2 marks. 1 marks, and added to that you have a total of 2 marks. So 2 marks in the conclusion part and 6 marks in the body part gives you 8 marks. And then the 2 other marks come from the introduction. Additional criteria here is I would also look for clarity and structure. These are bonus marks. Okay, if I see if you lost your marks in the critical analysis section, okay, I will reassess it and see whether the essay there is a clarity and structure in your essay organization. And I would analyze the essay again to see how well you use the evidence to answer the questions in the essay. And then the critical thinking is I will analyze the body again and see if there is a justification. So that these are additional marks that I will try to look at if after going through the initial assessment criteria here of 10 marks. So additionally, I will try to see, so these 3 marks are not captured in the 10 marks for the exam, but these 3 marks here is a way of me fact checking or checking your essay again whether there is bias on my part, and at the same time whether you did not do well in certain aspects of the paragraph, but I see that your essay is as clarity and structure, or is effective use of evidence. But there is a sense of critical thinking that I missed out. So that will be additional marks added onto your essay overall 10 marks, or additional marks overall to your additional 10 marks, but that does not mean that your essay would be out of 13 or 11 or 12. If you scored 6 out of 10, then I would check the essay again for those missing aspect of it, or I will check your essay again to ensure that at least you've done your part, and that's sort of like a bonus to the students. So this is the kind of criteria, additional criteria in terms of assessing your essay. But here again, these are the two. The chunk of your marks would come from the body paragraph. That is the test of your understanding of the topic itself and the analysis itself. And then you have conclusion and introduction. Now, if your essay, let's say you've scored 5 out of 10 in the particular essay, then I will check. Additionally, try to see if you qualify for a bonus mark, so that will be added onto your essay. So this is how I will mark your essay. But again, it is important that you stay clear and focused. In your introduction, there should be a clear statement. You talk about the question and the context, the background of that question, and importantly, why is it important for you, or why did you choose the topic? Okay, and then your body would be understanding of the topic, the critical analysis. Okay, I mentioned it already, and then your conclusion. So that makes up the 10% of your essay questions in the Japanese modernization exam.